Good morning, students. Today, we are going to discuss about the topic pollution. As you are already acquainted with the term pollution, it is a growing menace all throughout the world. Pollution can be defined as the introduction of the contaminants into the natural environment that cause adverse changes to it and its natural resources. It is a serious problem of this modern time due to the rapid advancements in areas like industry, transport, thermal and nuclear power generation, residential setups, urbanization, and so on. It is causing deterioration and even poisoning of the environment, including its resources such as air, water, and soil, and even posing a serious threat to the human health as well as to almost all the kinds of our surroundings. Now, talking about the contaminants, they are also called pollutants. So, any substance or factor that brings about such adverse changes to the environment and its resources are considered pollutants. Based on the type of pollution they cause, they can be categorized as air, water, soil, radiation, and noise. Today we are mainly going to discuss on air pollution. Air pollution is actually the degradation of the air quality, harmfully affecting the living organisms as well as certain objects. Air pollutants. Air pollutants ranges from gaseous to particulate matter. The sources of air pollution can be categorized under the broad heads, that is, major sources, area sources, mobile sources, and natural sources. Under major sources, we can categorize chemical and fertilizer plants, refineries, petrochemicals, power plants, paper mills, cement plant, metallurgical industries, and municipal incinerators. Under area sources, we can consider dry cleaners, petrol stations, small printing shops, electroplating, domestic, commercial and industrial fuels, and so on. Mobile sources include automobiles, railways, airways, farm equipments, and recreational vehicles. Last but not the least are the natural sources. They are dust from storms, volcanic eruptions, sea salt dispersion, forest gases from agricultural burning and forest fires, and so on. Let us concentrate on the urban situations. Urban situations are mainly affected by sources like vehicular exhausts, industries and factories, garbage burning, and brick kilns. Let us discuss in details about them. Vehicular exhausts may contain contaminants like particulate matter, volatile organic compounds, nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and greenhouse gases. Industrial emissions also contain pollutants like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, ammonia, particulate matter, lead, hydrocarbons, organic compounds, and other poisonous chemicals. Garbage burning, either open or backyard burning, or municipal incinerators, both are deleterious to our environment because it have emissions like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, volatile organic compounds, particulate matter, and even other harmful chemicals. Incinerators specially emit the sulfur dioxides, suspended particulate matter, heavy metals like lead, mercury, and poisonous fumes of dioxins and furans. Brick kilns also give out emissions like the fine particles of coal as the SPM, dust particles, organic matter, gases such as sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, etc. Now we can see all of them can more or less pose a threat to life and surrounding. Let us discuss what are the ill effects of these air pollutants. Human health can be affected as follows. It can bring about premature death, aggravated asthma, acute respiratory symptoms, chronic bronchitis, decreased lung functioning such as shortness of breath. Even people with existing heart and lung disease as well as elderly and children are particularly at risk because of these pollutants. The materialistic effects are on metals and on the building materials, like sulfur dioxide coming out from the emissions mixes with the oxygen and moisture in the air to get converted into sulfuric acid, which now drains down as acid rain. This acidic rain corrodes away limestone, marble, and other building materials. Even it erodes away the soil nutrients, leading to a case of intensive leaching. Sulfur dioxide, ozone, hydrogen sulfide, and other aerosols also damage the protective coating and paints on the surfaces. Ozone and peroxyacetyl nitrate causes cracking of rubber and various other electrical insulations. Even artworks are deteriorated because of the suspended particulate matters. So, as we know that prevention is better than cure, in this case also we should think of the same. Air pollutants like gaseous and particulate can be handled in the following ways. Gaseous pollutants can be absorbed through chemicals, through solids, and by controlling combustion. Particulate pollutants can be arrested using devices like gravitational settling chambers, cyclone separators, fabric filters, electrostatic precipitators or ESP, wet collectors or scrubbers. So students, we along with the rest of the world have to be serious regarding combating this menace because air is the essential factor for survival of life. So to give a healthy world to us and our next generation, we should be aware and spread awareness regarding controlling and combating air pollution. Thank you for being with us.